What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. I got a couple of things going on today that I wanted to share with you, but thank you to all of my subscribers. This morning, which you'll get this video several days after this, 657, I think. So it's been going up every day. It's been going up because some of you subscribe to the channel. I want to tell you a couple things I want to talk about today. Is one, the video that has exploded. I'm gonna try to, I always say, hey, I'll put a card up here or I'll try to link it or whatever, and it seems like because I put these videos up later, a lot of times I forget to do that stuff. But anyway, blade sharpener for under $25. Yep. I got somebody that's wanting some specs on it, so I'm actually pulling up here to my shop. They reached out to me on Facebook because they're building one, and hey, I had somebody tell me that was all garbage. It's in the comments on the $25 blade sharpener. They told me it was all garbage. Not what I did was garbage, but they were like, hey man, just grab the blade, a grinder, and sharpen it. That's it. End of discussion. It's quicker, faster, just as good, yada yada yada. So anyway, I appreciate that comment. I said, tell me how you really feel. So I gotta grab a tape measure. I'm gonna take you in here to the shop. I'm gonna pull a measurement on this and I'll tell you who I'm sending it to, and I'm gonna give him a shout out as well. And then we got something else we're gonna do, so y'all just hang tight. All right, so here is my man Buster over at New Hope Cuts. This is his channel. This is what his logo looks like. Look, he's at 194, man. Y'all jump on there and give that brother some subscribers, man, so we can get him up there. Anyway, he's building one of these, and by the time you get this video, he'll probably already, I guess, have built it. But he was asking about the measurement of these arms. So I got 10 inches on that one. They're basically 10 inches each. So they're 10 inches long. And I told him, oh man, that thing's only a ½ inch wide. Yeah, and that's good hard steel though. So I need to get him some pictures of this. I'm gonna get him some pictures, and I'm gonna shoot him a message back on Facebook. And here's some of my blades that come off of it. Here they are, man. Can't really see that good, but they do have a curve in some of them. Some of them are still pretty straight. Those are really curved, but those for my SD, I do a lot of rough cutting with it. So you hear Boots out there hollering? You're going to get to see him in just a minute. Hang tight. All right. How many of y'all remember Mr. Boots? Mr. Boots was a little baby. Mr. Boots, you got to go see your class today, buddy. Mr. Boots doesn't know this. He thinks he's just fixing to get to eat. But he's actually about to go to the school. You got to go to the school, buddy. See your class. Your class. It's my wife's last week of school. And I want to take him up there to see the kids. The kids, if you remember a video way back, the kids named him. I'm going to see if I can show you another. Yeah, she's going to run. We got another baby out here, though. Haven't named her yet. Winnie, get out the way. We want to see the baby. Protecting her baby. We want to see the baby. We don't want to see you. We don't want to see you. We want to see the baby. Yeah, you get a little shot of her there. This herd's following me around. Y'all hungry? They're always hungry. Doesn't matter how much you feed them. They're always hungry. Always want to eat. Always want to eat. What's up, Wilson? You doing all right, buddy? All right. Let me get Boots and get him loaded up, and then I'll check back with y'all. All right, Boots is loaded up. Boots is not happy. Boots is not happy. And mama sure ain't happy. I'm gonna bring your baby back. I'm gonna bring your baby back. I know. I wants her baby. Alright. You ready to go for a ride, Mr. Boots? Eat some of that hay, buddy. You say, you got something to eat in here, man? I want something to eat. You're gonna get plenty to eat when you get to the school, trust me. Alright, Mr. Boots is not happy. The last time I took him to the school, he was so little that he rode up here in my lap I had him in a blanket or a towel or something. He was a little bitty fella then, but he's not all that happy today. He'll be fine once he gets around the kids and they start giving him some treats. He just, you know, they stay attached to, well, the other goats and particularly his mama, even though he was born, I think he was born maybe February, end of February, 1st of March, somewhere in there. So anyway, I want to share very vaguely, I think, an issue, lawn care issue that I had. So I got a call back to a property, and you know me, I don't like callbacks. Second callback I've had since I started cutting grass. I did not cut the property, you know, and some of the guys cut it. So I said, well, you know, everybody does things a little different. So, you know, let's go look at it. So we went back and looked at it. And, you know, I noticed a couple of things that, you know, we could have done better. Probably a couple of things that, you know, I would have done if I'd have been there. And so it was, let me see, 3 days after we cut the property. So we went back, we retrimmed the entire property, recut the entire property, and then I got another message. There was still some concern. And so I was like, I was there this time, and I'm thinking, you know, I've done everything I've ever done on that property. And this is a rural property. It's not something that, you know, well manicured. A nice yard for out here in the country where we live. And so, you know, I called a customer and talked with them. And what it is, the yard has holes in it, like I guess where dogs or something maybe have dug holes over time. And so you got these dips. And the concern was that the grass was longer in the dips than it was in the yard. And I said, well, you know, when we run over the lawn is level. So the grass in the hole is the same height as the grass on the lawn, even though the grass in the hole may be 3 inches longer because of the depth. And, you know, I'm not going to go trim all of those holes. I did take care of some of them right up, you know, by the entrance of the house and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, and this is a rental property, so the homeowner, the renter is limited on what they can do, you know, because they don't want to bring a bunch of dirt in and, you know, level things and do all this on a property that they rent. I don't know if, you know, the landlord's willing to do that or not. So you know, I don't know how this is going to turn out, because you know, I'm trying to do everything I can to help this customer, but at the same time, you know, at the same time, you know, I'm going to cut a lawn, not weedy for 35 minutes, right? You know, now I guess, you know, and you know, I could upcharge and do all of that, but I don't even know at this point that I want to do that. So I think what I'm gonna do, the The customer was satisfied yesterday, seemed to be somewhat with the explanation. And this is not a customer that I've had a hard time with or anything like that. I think the issue is we've been cutting the yard and the grass hadn't really been growing, so the grass in these holes hadn't started growing. But now all of a sudden it started growing. You know, the lawn's cut at 2.5 and you got 5 inches of grass going down in these holes. So I was prepared yesterday if the customer wasn't happy, anyway dissatisfied, I was just going to say, hey, you know, I'm going to refund you your money, and you know, you can contact somebody else, because this is just this is outside of the scope of what we normally do on a property. So, you know, we go to a property that's you know, 1.5 acres, and 3 of us, you know, we gone in 25 minutes, you know, maybe faster than that. So, you know, and we don't get in a big hurry. We go do what needs to be done, and, you know, and get off the property. So, I don't know. You know, that's just one of those things. It's one of those things, and I only bring this up, I'm being very vague, because I would not want anybody to know who this customer is. I know people around here watch the channel. You know, I only have about 30-something properties, so, you know, people start narrowing stuff down or whatever, but, you know, I'm just being very vague, because you know, it's just one of those things kind of baffle me a little bit, I guess, you know, and so I'm not, you know, I'm not going to be upset with anybody. In fact, if that customer called me today and said, hey, you know, I got somebody else, they said they can take care of it, there's no hard feelings at all there. I don't have any issue myself with a dissatisfied customer. If I cut the yard and they're not happy, refund them their money, and, you know, call it quits. If it's not something that's reasonable, you know, to keep doing. Now, I'm gonna give them whatever they want on that particular cut, but it might not be something reasonable for me to do going forward. Try to make sure Boots is still back there. He got quiet. So anyway, I'm just sharing this to say, you know, there is another side of business. I know I'm always upbeat. I'm upbeat about this. I mean, I don't let this stuff bother me, but you know, you might watch my channel. I've had people on the channel say, man, you're always smiling, you always seem happy, and I am. I got a divine joy, you know. The Lord's been good to me, but that doesn't mean that there aren't challenges. So, you know, you can't watch you know, the channel and say, hey, I'm gonna start a business, you know, cutting grass or plumbing or, you know, handyman stuff or whatever it is you want to start, and think, you know, hey, I want to be like Clean and Green. Everything is you know, just seems to be fun, and everybody's happy, and, you know, all this kind of stuff, because it just doesn't it doesn't always work out that way, you know. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much effort you put into it, you're going to have some situations where there's some tension and disagreement with your customers, and it doesn't make your customer a bad person. It doesn't make them necessarily somebody that's just trying to get out of paying the bill, or you know, none of those stuff. But just, you know, sometimes there's just a disconnect between expectations and reality, I guess. You know, you say, well, why wouldn't you just upcharge and go out there and trim all them holes? Because I don't, you know, I don't know. I don't think trimming all those holes looks good, right? And then you got all these, you know, I think the grass being level across the yard gives a better appearance. That's just me, though. I mean, I'm not the homeowner, but so, you know, I don't know. We're going to see how this works out, and, you know, but again, I'm just sharing it for, maybe for the benefit of somebody else. Maybe you're having a bad day. Maybe you're having to deal with something that you don't want to have to deal with, and, you know, I try to be careful, because I am in a very unique situation. I am in a situation where I could lose half of my customers tomorrow, and it really wouldn't change anything for me. It changed the amount of money, you know, I'm trying to, you know, save, and some things I'm trying to do in the future. But, you know, I'm gonna still be able to pay my bills and all that stuff, because lawn care doesn't do that. So So I try to be careful. I don't want to, because I'm in that situation, I don't want to, you know, just start firing customers either, just over any little thing and say, well, you know what, Matt, you're fired, right? I mean, I don't want to be that person, because, you know, I love people and I want to work with people, and I think you know, if you communicate, most of the stuff you communicate and explain things, it can be resolved, and sometimes resolution is agreeing to disagree, but not being mad about it, right? Just, okay, this is what I think, this is what you think, we can't seem to come together, and, you know, that's it. That's where we end at. So, anyway, I just want to share that with y'all. I'm rambling on now. I'm trying to get like Ray, just ride around in the truck. Of course, I don't accelerate as fast as he does, especially with boots in the back. But just riding around talking, man. So anyway, let me get up here to the school and put a smile on these kids' face, and then I'll holler at you when I'm on the way back home. All right, mission accomplished. We were actually able to stop. There was a class outside, and on the way in, we stopped outside and let them check out boots. And then for 20 straight minutes, my wife's first grade class packed him full of food. He's not even making any noise back there right now. I think he is tired. He's probably going to go home and put him back in the pen. I imagine he is going to go to sleep. I don't know if he can sleep in the back of this truck with all this, you know, wind and moving around and hitting bumps and whatnot, but he has definitely got quiet. By the end of the deal, he wasn't even, they were coming up with food in their hands and he was just turning his nose up to it. So I think he has filled up. He won't need anything to eat. He'll be ready to eat again later this afternoon. It don't take him long to get over it, but anyway, we got that took care of. A bunch of happy first graders. I hate that I obviously can't record there. You know, I wouldn't even try. I don't know, you know, I'm sure there's the teachers, I think, can record some of that stuff and put it on, you know, on the school page or whatever kind of stuff they got. But anyway, it's exciting to see the kids. So, you know, they just think that's, a lot of kids never been around any kind of animals like that. Maybe run around a dog, but a goat's kind of unique. So anyway, especially a little one that they can pet and rub on and feed and all that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here, and I hope you've enjoyed our little excursion today. And my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great, great day.